Green Book is the most Oscar bait film being nominated this year, marketing wise. This time around, the Oscar nominations have been very diverse in my opinion when it comes to Best Picture. You had the expected, the unexpected, the please God do not win, and then there's Green Book, which if there was anything above expected, that's where it would go. I mean, it's about race relations in the 1960s starring Mahershala Ali. It's the most predictable choice by the Academy, and I knew for a fact it was going to be nominated after I saw the trailer. And after watching it, I'm safe to say that it is a good movie, even if the promotional material looked like it was begging for a statue. But in one case, it does deserve a statue, and that was for Mahershala Ali's portrayal of classical and jazz pianist Don Shirley, which is an amazing performance. Mahershala is an actor who at this point has not had a bad role that I have seen. From Luke Cage to Moonlight, he is very diverse as an actor, and this might be his best performance thus far. His stern approach to the role allows for both a serious yet comical reimagining of the musician, which makes him really compelling to watch, which in turn allows for a very memorable performance and is the highlight of the movie. This isn't to say that Viggo Morrison as Tony Lip is bad. He also brings a lot to the table when it comes to his character, as he's more of the comic relief who acts like a clueless idiot a lot of the time in a very likable manner, which contrasts quite nicely with Mahershala's more elegant and proper mannerisms, and this makes for some really funny scenes throughout the film, most notably in the scenes where it's just them talking. Because of the movie heavily revolving around music, the diversity of classical, jazz and rock from the likes of Aretha Franklin and Little Richard do set the time period and sound great in the film, via the audio, as the actors playing the instruments during the concert scenes weren't very convincing and consistent with the track. I noticed many times when a piano key was hit before it visibly did, and there were times that the editing jumped to another shot which resulted in the hand position on the string players changing in between cuts. But later on in the film, they hardly show the actors visibly playing the notes and film it either with long shots or through the lid of the piano, which is a much smarter choice which I had no problems with. The film also has no style to it, it's just directed in a very standard way, no interesting cinematography, the supporting actors are all fine, the editing is very linear with no flair to it, and the whole visual presentation is kind of flat and not very interesting. But the screenplay does save it. Not only is the film funny with most jokes hitting their mark, both spoken and visual, but it does have a very light-hearted tone present throughout, which is honestly a welcome change of pace compared to a lot of Oscar films revolving around Black America, which are always played very seriously. I'm not saying that's bad, I love films like 2013's 12 Years a Slave and 2016's Moonlight for those reasons, and many others, but it's nice to see a movie with this type of story not being portrayed as a serious race relations film, which makes it much easier to digest for the standard audience. So to end this off, Green Book is not the most memorable film out of the Oscars, but its script, music and acting really make ends meet, and is a film I think that you can get a bit out of. I just thought presentation wise it needed some work and it could have been ranked higher if it did.